Common mistakes that are preventing content creators like yourself to grow to thousands of followers every single day on Instagram, and have you complaining and putting this face right here every single time you're watching your Instagram because it is not growing, your audience is not engaged, you're losing followers, nothing seems to work, and you seem to try absolutely everything under the sun. So here I give you 8 common mistakes that you are probably doing right now with your Instagram that is preventing you from growing your page. What is up, all my CEOs? My name is Josue Pena, and let's just jump right into the video. But before we do, if you're new here, you're probably wondering how the heck or why is this guy actually qualified to talk about growing followers and growing an Instagram audience? Well, just for starters, I personally own over 6 million followers myself across multiple pages, niches, and languages. And I actually own equity in a lot bigger pages, but let's just not count that. And apart from this, I have helped hundreds of other students and clients grow their own Instagram page successfully. Clients who have gone from absolutely zero all the way to 100, 200, 300, 800,000, even a million followers. And what's even better about this is that they have been able to turn those followers into dollars, generating 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 100, even $1.2 million, even with a small audience. And for ourselves, we have been able to become kind of like the go-to guy for Instagram in our space, being recognized on stage for making multiple millions of dollars, spoken on stage, all that good stuff. But now that we got that out of the way and that you actually see that we're credible, that we actually know what we're talking about, let's just jump into the 8 mistakes that you are doing right now that's preventing you from growing your own Instagram page. Mistake number 1, you're not going 3 levels deep with your niche. And what do I mean by going 3 levels deep in your niche? You're trying to go too broad, or you're trying to talk to way too many people at a time. Meaning you're trying to reach everybody and you end up reaching nobody. And this problem is something super simple that you can fix by just going at least 3 levels deep. For example, let's just say you are in the fitness space. Instead of just saying, I am in fitness, say this: I am in fitness helping women lose weight by going and working out at home. That is actually 4 levels deep. So you're only talking to a specific client avatar or customer that you want to attract to your page. Because women who want to lose weight working at home are completely different in terms of messaging, pictures, and videos than what you're gonna put of a woman that wants to lose weight and want to work out in the gym. Or maybe a woman that wants to build that big booty. Or maybe another woman that just wants to become an Instagram model. And this applies to any niche that you can possibly think of. So make sure you are going at least 3 levels deep with your niche and your industry. Because if you do and you understand who you're talking to and who you are attracting to your page, your followers are going to be more engaged, your page is going to grow faster, and you're going to make a lot more money from it. So pause the video right now and let me know right now, comment down below, what is your niche and what are going to be your 3 levels deep. Comment down below right now. I want to know. Now, this mistake leads into the second mistake you are probably doing right now. And that is crying over lost followers. Crying over lost followers. You know, I get it. I understand it. You have an itch that you cannot scratch enough and you want more followers. And you're like Smeagol right now. The reality is, at the end of the day, I want you to keep something in mind. If somebody wants to leave, just let them leave. But most importantly, understand why they want to leave. More than likely, it is because your content is no longer resonating with them and they're no longer interested. Which brings us to freaking mistake number 1, which is picking your niche and going 3 levels deep. Now, another reason why your followers might be leaving and you're crying over them is because your content is not valuable to them. So meaning you're trying to sell too hard, you're trying to be a try-hard, you're trying to, do something that they don't like. And that's why they're leaving. So make sure that your content and your page is valuable. You have good engaging photos, good engaging videos. That your post is something that they actually want to see. And how do you determine that? It is as simple as seeing what other influencers are doing and doing the market research. I've actually talked about this exact topic and how you can actually do market research to make sure your page is set for success. In this video right here, I'm going to put it in the card or right there in the description down below. If you don't do the market research right, you're not sure what to post, you don't know what your audience is like, you're just winging it and hoping it works. And then you're complaining about the lost followers, but the reality is you should be smacking yourself playing dumb because you're not taking the right approach to this. Instead of just trying to go into battle blindly without knowing your opponent, try to do your research prior and beforehand. Trust me, you will win. Same thing on Instagram. Before going to a niche and posting just random pictures hoping they work, do your market research, see what videos, see what photos actually work in your niche. And this applies whether you have a personal brand and are photos of yourself, or if you have a brand and theme page and you are just simply resharing content. The third fatal error and mistake you are doing right now is not thinking long term. And what I mean by this is that most content creators are just focused on vanity metrics and metrics that don't matter. They post selfie and that booty picture, selfie after selfie, and that booty picture. However, they don't stop and ask, where am I going with this? What is the end goal? Where am I getting into? Where is this leading me and where is it headed? They don't have a vision to where this thing is actually headed. They're just trying to post selfies and dumb pictures without trying to build a real business or brand. And hey, don't get me wrong. If you just want the clout and fake numbers and just vanity metrics, that's totally fine with me. But me personally, I like making money with this little device. And I like making money with this little app. So if you start thinking long term, these could be your results. But I'm not saying this to brag. It's just reality. We have been able to build a really successful Instagram marketing business because we are thinking long term. Most creators are just jumping into this Ferrari and just driving, hoping that someday this road will lead into something. But they have no idea where it's actually leading or headed, and they're just hoping it works. And trust me, that is the worst possible strategy you could ever have. The amount of influencers and content creators like yourself, who are probably bigger than you and me combined, but that are absolutely broke and merely scraping by and merely making any money, is just absolutely atrocious, and the number is way, way too high. There's way too many freaking influencers that are just broke. And the reason is because they're not thinking long term and they have no idea where they're headed. I get it. Content creation is your hobby, something that you absolutely enjoy, and that's totally fine. But in my opinion, one of the most fulfilling things that you can absolutely do in your entire life is work and make money in something that you love doing. Making money with that hobby. It is the best thing and best feeling in the world. So start thinking long term. Start asking yourself, where do I go with this? Where am I headed? Where would this lead me? How do I get there? What do I actually want? All these simple questions. Write them down and create a plan to actually get there. Mistake numero 4, and it is building an email list. And I know what you're thinking, this sounds super crazy boring, but here's the reality. The email list is the only real thing that you actually own. Did you know your Instagram page and your Instagram followers are not yours? They're Instagram's. Meaning that Instagram can decide tomorrow that you are going to lose 100,000 followers or your account is going to get shut down and you cannot do absolutely anything about it. So that means when that happens, and if that happens, you absolutely lose everything. But if you actually take the time to build your own email list, then you have a real asset that is legally yours and that you can take anywhere you want. So that means if your Instagram page is taken down tomorrow, you can take that email list, send out an email, and send followers and people to your new Instagram page, or maybe your YouTube channel, or your offer, or whatever. You will start making sales. So building your email list, it is absolutely extremely crucial and extremely important. And with Instagram, it is so ridiculously easy. I just want to smack some people that just say email list is not important. That you cannot successfully build an email list with Instagram because it is absolutely not true. We have been able to build over 50,000 email subscribers in a very short amount of time just using Instagram 100% for free. And it is as simple as just pushing traffic from your Instagram, sending them to a landing page where you give away something for free in exchange for their email address. And you can do this in fitness, in e-commerce, and whatever it is that you're doing. Just make sure you build your email list. It is the only thing that is yours. Mistake number 5 is poor collaboration pitches. When you're trying to collaborate with an influencer or with somebody else, the mistake number 1 that I see people doing is trying to extract value from them instead of trying to give. When you're going into a collaboration, make sure that first you know the person and you have actually developed a friendship and a relationship with that person. If you randomly just pitch somebody, hey bro, you want to be on my podcast? Or hey bro, you want to do a YouTube video? Or hey bro, let's do it. No. I get hit up by people all the freaking time by this. But the people who actually take their time to actually provide value, build a really meaningful relationship, those are the people that I actually enjoy doing videos with and talking to. And that is exactly the same thing I have been able to do. You see videos of me and Grant Cardone's TV show and Kevin David's ODI, Ryan Scribner, and a ton of others. And the reason is because I've actually built really meaningful relationships with them, and we're actually very good friends now. So now doing a collaboration actually becomes fun and becomes something that they want to do, something that I want to do, and then everybody wins. So make sure that when you're collaborating, you do a good pitch. And in order to do a good pitch, you need to build a really meaningful relationship with the actual person prior. Mistake number 6 is actually sharing meaningless promos or promoting stupid stuff. I see this all the freaking time. Influencers just want to make that quick buck because they're not making any money. They're not building their email list. Mistake number 4. They're not taking the actual time to actually build a real business because they have no idea where they're going. Mistake number 3, not thinking long term. And now they're trying to promote anything under the sun for pennies on the dollar. And their audience sees this and they just absolutely leave because they hate it. So instead of you trying to promote anything under the sun and burn down your audience that knows, likes, and trusts you and will buy from you, instead of you trying to do that, think long term, build an email list, build a real business. If you want to make money, do it the right way. There are ways that you can start making promotions and shout outs and stuff like that and making a ton of money from it. But selling your soul to the devil is not the way to do it. So please, for the sake of the Instagram gods, stop promoting stupid stuff that has absolutely no relevancy whatsoever to your audience and that your audience actually hates. And stop trying to pitch all the freaking time. If you're not providing value to your audience is going to leave and then you're going to cry over the lost followers, aka mistake number 2. So as you can see, this just becomes a crazy spiral and a snowball that you cannot stop. A vicious circle that you're just complaining about all the freaking time. And this leads me into mistake number 7, which is no engagement with your audience. And that's probably something that you have if you're watching on this video. You're not doing Instagram stories. You're not doing Instagram live. You're not engaging with your followers. You're not responding to comments. You're not responding to DMs. You're not taking care of your family, which is your Instagram followers. You're not nurturing them and taking care of them like an actual family and friendship. You're not building really meaningful relationship with your followers. And that is a big mistake that every single one of you content creators do. You think that just by pushing a button right there and just forgetting about it, you're going to grow. No, especially not at the beginning, and especially if you are a beginner. If you're like that, you need to invest time, effort, and energy into actually engaging with your audience and your family on Instagram. Because at the end of the day, your audience and family on Instagram will engage back to you if you actually care about them. It's the weirdest thing. When you care about people, they care back. So show some gratitude, show some love, provide value, and I promise you, if you do this, even with a really small following, you will not only grow faster, you will not only not lose followers, you will not only build a successful business, you will make a ton of money in the process. And on top of that, you will be able to be fulfilled as well because you're impacting other people's lives in a positive way. And mistake number 8 that I see a lot of people here doing is giving up too early. You think that just because you spend 3 months out of your year, then nothing works, then you have tried everything, that then this thing doesn't work for you. When the reality is that you're just simply not good enough and you have not actually developed the skill set that actually helps you become successful at it. I spent 4 to 5 years not making a single penny and not growing any followers before I actually got my breakthrough. It was in 2016 where everything started to take off. And from 2016 all the way to now 2019, we have been able to build a multiple $1,000,000 business. Starting from scratch, I had no business experience. I had no idea what I was doing. But the one thing that I didn't do is give up. So if you're struggling right now, you have no idea what to do. I get it. I've been there. And trust me, I probably have been there longer than you. Because I was there all the way from 2011 all the way to 2016. 5 freaking years. And you can actually see when I got started because the videos are here still on YouTube. I'm going to leave some of the channels that I actually got started on. Elation Fitness, Elation Football, It's JPTV, and a couple of the videos. I'm going to leave the links in the description down below. And I'm probably regretting this because that's going to be weird. So don't go watch them. It's cringe worthy because yeah, the videos, especially at the beginning there, oh my God. And the channels are not that big. And at the beginning when I started, all I wanted to become was a professional soccer player and use social media to become a pro. And I love training in the gym, training in fitness, and that's how the Elation Fitness channel came through. But I was trying to figure this thing out by myself. I had no idea. I had no mentorship at the beginning. And I was constantly failing, not making a single penny out of this thing. And 4 or 5 years later, nothing was working. But I didn't give up. And I kept pushing forward, knowing that someday this thing was gonna pay off. And it did. But the most important part is that not only I worked hard, I started working smarter. If I had not worked smarter, aka got a mentor, got a coach, bought a course, learned a valuable skill, I would not be here today. And by the way, if you want to find out a little bit more about me, my story, and all that good stuff, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below or in this card right here, where I actually broke down and shared my entire story of last year, how we went from almost zero all the way to $2 million. And there's also another video right there where we actually show you how we did over $400,000 in a single month, actually 10 days. And that was in November of last year. So the videos for that are going to be in the description down below if you want to find out a little bit more. And question for you real quick. Which of these 8 mistakes and sins are you committing today? Just comment the number down below. Is it that you're not selecting the right niche and you're not going 3 levels deep? Is it that you're crying over lost followers? Is it that you're not thinking long term and you have no idea where you're headed? Is it that you're not actually building an email list and a real business with it? Is it that you're not collaborating and you're doing poor collaboration pitches? Is it that you're sharing irrelevant promotions and selling and trying to promote stupid stuff? Is it that your audience is not engaged because you're doing in this whole circle, crazy, vicious spiral and stupid stuff? Or is it that you're giving up too early? Or is it all of them? Just let me know in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, I'm here to help and serve you. Just comment down below, which of these 8 mistakes are you doing right now? And if you want to start building a real business with Instagram and want to make money with it, and not only that, but grow extremely quickly, make sure you check out this playlist right here where we actually break down in several videos, step by step, how you can start growing and start monetizing your own page or your client's page to actually build a successful Instagram marketing agency. Click the video right here if you want to start having results right now, today, and stop avoiding these crazy 8 mistakes right now.